Great. We are recording. Welcome to the webinar. Tonight's topic is how to get started right with Teamzy to build your Xyngular business. My name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy, and we are going to for sure have some fun tonight. I know a lot of people are starting to pop on. I see that number ticking up. So we are recording tonight, so we will provide the recording to everybody. We'll give it to Xyngular Corporate to share, and then we'll also email it out to everyone who registered. So what we're going to do tonight, I don't have a lot of time. I want to fill this time with as much value as I can. So I'm going to just kind of introduce Teamzy, and then we're going to dive right in to the software. I'm going to demo it for you and show you how to set it up, how to crush a power hour, okay, because there's some workflows that make it super efficient and easy. You guys are going to love it. And then what we'll do is we'll do Q&A. So there's a Q&A already there. You guys can see it. You can start putting questions in. It's a webinar, so don't worry. You don't have to worry about your microphones or anything. I will go ahead at the end and I'll answer all your questions. So as long as you guys need me, I'll answer the questions. The Q&A sometimes is the best part, but let's dive right in. Okay. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. So get started right with Teamzy to build your Xyngular business. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. I can't even tell you. It's so cool. Very cool. Okay, so about me, I know most of you haven't met me yet. Just to give you some of my background, I've been a professional business coach, 19 years, actually just started my 20th year of it. I'm helping people build businesses based on relationships, okay? I'm also the founder of Teamzy, a top CRM with over 100,000 network marketing users who, let's be honest, Xyngular are my favorite ones now, so we're excited to see us grow with you guys. I'm also the author of Power Hour Boss, which is how to build your relationship-based business less than an hour a day. You guys can check that out. And I've trained over 100,000 direct sellers just like you on the system I'm going to show you tonight. So I'm very excited to share it with you guys. Now, just to kind of give you my story, there's three of my kids. I've got a grown-up one too. He doesn't make the pictures a lot. But I just want to kind of tell you guys where I was. You know, I was in a corporate job. I know a lot of you guys come from that background. I was working for a consulting company that does business coaching, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But you know what? The problem I had was that I was kind of stuck in my career. There was nowhere for me to grow income-wise. And these people here that you're looking at on the screen, my favorite people, I didn't have time to be around them. I was constantly at work. I felt like I only saw my kids in their pajamas in the morning when I left and in the evening when I got home. They were always in their pajamas, either coming out of or getting into bed. And I wanted something different for my life. And, you know, I found the network marketing opportunity as a perfect fit. It was a perfect little side hustle, something I could do to create some income on the side, to give us a little bit of breathing room. And I saw it as an opportunity to really, replace my corporate income and be able to be with my family, do what I want to do in life. Here's the challenge I had, you guys, is that I didn't have time to do a network marketing business. When the heck am I going to fit this in? And I know some of you guys, you know, whether you've got a 9-to-5 job or whether you're trying to raise kids, or I know your days are busy too. I needed to figure out how to get this done in the 1 hour a day that I could squeeze into my business. Okay. And this is what I knew I needed to do. I wanted to figure out how to build my business in just an hour a day, a way to stay in contact with all of my relationships without having to plan or think, right? Because that takes all the time. And I also needed a way to follow up seamlessly on interest so that nobody falls through the cracks. This is a huge, huge issue. And I know a lot of you guys are starting to use Teams and you're falling in love because it helps you do that, right? Follow up seamlessly. I started looking for tools that would help me leverage my time in my business. And to be honest with you guys, they just didn't exist. I couldn't believe in this incredible industry of ours that there were no tools to help people do this. So I built it. That's how Teamzy came to be. I put together a team of people smarter than me, and we built Teamzy and we launched it. And just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background on it, we've had more than 100,000 network marketers use Teamzy in the last 4 years. The best part of tonight, we're honored to be endorsed by Xyngular Corporate. What an incredible honor that is. And we know they don't do that lightly, and we are honored to receive that endorsement. And I want to let you guys know how people are doing. And I know they announced this at Xingfling on Saturday. But our active Xyngular users, over 90 days, first 90 days of this year, we were able to measure it. They're averaging 36 new customers and 14 new recruits over those 90 days. Isn't that incredible? These are the people that are using Xyngular, using it, actually being active in it. So I just want you guys to know it takes active use, it takes consistency, but what amazing results. And those results are about maybe 30 to 40% better than I've seen in other networks. So it's really cool. So it's really exciting for us to see that. Okay, let's dive in and look at Teamzy. We'll come back to this presentation at the very end. All right, here we go. Where are you, Teamzy? Okay, so first off, you guys need to know that there's a 30-day free trial of Teamzy. So if you're not already using Teamzy, you can go to teamzy.com/Xyngular and get started with a free trial for 30 days. Okay, I don't ask for your credit card or anything weird. Just want you to use it and fall in love. Okay, if you can also get your free trial started from regular teamzy.com. It's okay. You don't have to go to the special site. You're just going to have to choose Xyngular from the dropdown to get the right version, because we have a customized version for Xyngular. Okay, which I'm going to demonstrate tonight. When you first log into Teamzy, guys, you're going to come into the setup wizard. This is designed for people like me who aren't great with setting up technology, honestly. And so this makes it super easy. And that's what we're looking at on my screen right now, is the setup wizard to Teamzy. So I'm going to take you through this really quick. There's a little video for me. You guys watch that for real when you're there. And the first thing we want to focus on is setting an income goal. How much money would you like to make a year from now? Or how much would you like to be making, I should say, as your annual income? So you just slide this little slider up if you want to go up, and down if you want to go down. Okay. Now notice as I change my goal, my daily activities that I'm required to do to hit that goal, they change too. See, we've done this enough that we know typically what kind of work it's going to take to get there. Okay. So I'm going to put my goal here at 150,000. That was my salary I was trying to replace. And you can see that to do that, I need to connect with 9 prospects, 6 of my customers, and 4 of my distributors each day for a year to get there. Okay. Now this question just came up. Someone just messaged me this right before I started. She said, I'm already earning 6 figures, Eric. So what do I set for my goal? If you're already earning 6 figures and above in your business, guys, I want you just to set a goal that's for the growth you want to see over the next 12 months in income. Okay. Because here's the thing I want you guys to know. For those top leaders here, the top leaders actually have to do less work. They have to do less connecting than people who are starting from scratch. Why is that? Because they've already built a community of people who trust them and who follow them and who want to do business with them. Does that make sense? So this came up before with a friend of mine who has a large team. And when he put his goal in Teamzy, it told him that he had to connect with like 3,600 people a day. I said, you set your goal for income you already have, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've got mine at 150,000. Where will yours be? When I click on continue, what happens is, don't spend 10 minutes talking about it before you click on continue. When I click on continue, what happens is it sets Teamzy up with that goal. So I'll show you in a second how my Teamzy set up to that specific goal. Now, the next thing you're going to do is get your contacts into Teamzy. There's some little helpful videos here that you can click on so you can get instructions. Okay, so here's like my back office instructions, and you can find your instructions for specific instructions for Xyngular. What you're going to want to do is first list you want to import is your team, your distributors, okay, your coaches, whatever you're going to call them today. Get them all in there first. Then the second group you want to import are your customers, and then the third group will be, is going to be your prospect group, people who aren't customers or distributors. I like to start with my Facebook friends list. Makes it super easy. You can bring your whole Facebook friends list in and get ready to start connecting. Make sense? Okay, I'm going to skip that for now. We're going to get into this. So now I've got my Teamzy account all set up. It's set up to the goals based on my daily goals are based on my annual income goal. So you can see here are the goals we just looked at, which is to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. Very simple. Look, Teamzy tells you exactly what to do each day. You'll never have to wonder about what to do. You know exactly what to do, okay? And we focus on just today, because if you want to grow your business big, you have to have a focus that's small. Okay, I'm just going to say it again in case you guys are taking notes. If you want a business that's big, you got to have a focus that's small. And so we keep you down to one day. This is what you can do today. Connect with these people, okay? Now, the next goal up here on my dashboard is to share. You can see my goal is 3. My goal is to share 3 times. A share, quite simply, is when I share products or I share the business opportunity with somebody. Okay, that's a share. So my goal is to do that 3 times a day. I'm going to connect with, on my goal, it's 19 people. I'm going to connect with 19 people, but I'm going to share 3 times. That's because I'm going to share when it's appropriate, and I'll explain that as we go. And then the last goal here is just to add new people to Teamzy, just to keep putting new people, meeting new people, putting people in my Teamzy to keep it fresh. Okay? So those are my goals. Connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors, share the business 3 times, add 3 people to my list. That's all I need to do each day, and I'm done. Okay? That's the income producing activity that matters. And I'm going to take you guys through this real quick and show you how to do it. It's so fun. Now, I'm going to scroll down a little bit here because I want you to see this section. See where it says Power Hour right here in the middle of this screen? Now, Teamzy is a full-fledged CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management System, right? Which means that all your contacts are here, all their information's here, all your conversations are logged. But what it does that's special is this Power Hour module right on the front page. This lets you get into that production mindset quickly without thinking or planning, and you can dive right in. What it does is it tells you who's up next. You've got 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and your follow-ups, okay? And it tells you who's up next, so you don't have to think. For example, when we do our Power Hour in a second, the first person I'm gonna connect with is Jay. She's up next as a prospect. I'm gonna connect with her next, okay? Now, on this side, it shows me my lists. On this side, I log the activity. I log the message I send her as I do it so that it is tracked as I go. Nobody falls through the cracks. I cannot mess this up. So what happens when you get all your contacts into Teamzy, everybody, you get all your contacts in here, guys, so you're not looking for sticky notes or pads of paper or whatever you've been doing in the past to find people, scrolling through your phone, trying to think about who to connect with. They're all in Teamzy, and what Teamzy does is it takes all of that list and it prioritizes it so that they're in front of you and constantly cycling through this dashboard. So you never have to think about who to connect with. Okay, now let me just give you a little quick explanation of how that priority works. Do you notice that next to each person's name is a number? Okay, Jay's a 5, Melissa's a 4, Colby's a 3. This is their star rating. We rate them on a star rating, just like you'd rate a pizza or a hotel room, right? 5 stars is great, 1 star is not so great. Okay, really simple. And the more stars somebody has, they're gonna come up more often. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through your whole list. I'll show you how to do it really quick. It's super easy. I'm gonna go to the team page where the entire list lives. Okay, and you can see as I look at people's, if I click on somebody, I see like their star rating. Okay, there's actually a mode here that you can toggle, rank mode, which lets you do the whole list. So when you're setting up, I recommend you come in here and do this and just scroll your whole list. And as you see people's names, just from the gut, give them a rating, 5, 4, 3, okay? Your 5-star people are gonna come up first, okay? And they're gonna show back up every 30 days. Your 4-star people are gonna come up after the 5s, and they're gonna come back every 60 days. Automatically, you don't have to set a follow-up or even think about it. They're gonna come back again, so you stay in touch with them. A 3-star person is gonna show up every 90 days, okay? And then 2 stars every 120 days. So the more stars, the more often they show up. This adds the priorities. Make sense? And all you have to do to change somebody's rank is just click on them. It's saved as you go, okay? And you can also always change ranks as you go at any time. The thing is that you just wanna do this one time to get started so there's some priority. Now, just real quick on this. Everybody's gonna default to 3 stars when you come in to Teamzy, when you bring them in. And 90% of your list will stay at 3 stars. That's normal. You'll be cycling through every 3 months, okay? Just to stay in touch with your prospects. So what you wanna do is just cherry pick your 5 and 4-star people, your favorite people. The people you feel strongest or maybe trust you the most or you have a good relationship with or are the warmest or hottest people. Get them ranked up higher so they show up first. Make sense? Okay. Once you've ranked your list, you've got everybody in here, you've set your goals, now we're ready to crush power hours. We don't ever have to plan or think about this again, you guys. So cool. This is what I always wanted, right? This is what I always wanted. Now it's here for all of us to use. So let's go ahead and do a power hour together. Now, when I connect with Jay, I've got lots of things I can log in Teamzy. I can log a Facebook message, an email, a text, an Instagram message. I can do it on Snapchat, LinkedIn, phone calls, greeting cards. We can meet in person, Voxer, whatever, Zoom, okay? You can log any sort of communication you want with her. I'm gonna use Facebook Messenger to talk to people on my power hour today because that's the primary connect message I use with people. Why do I love Facebook Messenger so much personally? Because the response rate is near 100%. Isn't that incredible? If I send somebody an email, the response rate is 6%. If I send them a Facebook message, it's almost 100%. That's why I like using it so much. Okay, so here we go. Jay's the first person up. I'm gonna connect with her. Now, when I say connect, just to clarify, because I know a lot of you haven't seen Teamzy, we teach relationship marketing, which means that the thought of cold inviting somebody who doesn't know anything about what I'm doing to a video or my products or to anything like that. Like that makes me want to gag. Like I'm from the 80s, right? So that's like gag me with a spoon moment. That's not me. That's not what I teach. What I mean by connect is I just mean to reach out simply to make somebody's day. Okay, simply to make somebody's day. I like to call it the make someone's day mindset. Okay, and that's where I want you to live, is in the make someone's day mindset. We're going to reach out to people and just make their day. Now, right now, we're in the middle of this quarantine pandemic, and it's more important than ever that we're just focusing on making people's day. First of all, they really need to hear from somebody, right? There's people aren't reaching out. So it's going to really make their day when you reach out just to see how they're doing. So we start with the make someone's day mindset. That creates opportunities to have conversations, guys. The conversation gives you the opportunity to talk about the business. Okay. So Jay's the first person on my list. I'm going to reach out to make her day. Now, what in the world should I say to her to do that? Anybody have any ideas? I used to really struggle with this because I didn't know what to say, right? And I would spend too much time looking at her Facebook profile or her Instagram and trying to figure out, how do I customize this message for her? How do I do this without coming across cheesy or salesy? And here's what I found after really trying everything. What works great is a simple icebreaker. And so after we had Teamzy out for about 18 months, people were like, Eric, we love your training. Where are those scripts that you keep using? So I built a scripts library into Teamzy for you. It's here for you to use. So let me show you how to get to the scripts. Right here where I'm logging on the right-hand side, see where it says scripts? I'm going to click on that. And now I can pick a script that's appropriate to how I'm communicating. I'm going to go to Facebook. And I've got all these scripts that I can choose from. I'm going to pick the first one off the list for sake of argument. Now, I don't know if you can see it. I'll read it to you. It says this. It says, hi, Jane. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. So simple, you guys. And this script works amazingly well. The response rate is huge. So look, I'm going to click on copy script. And I just click away. Look, and so what I'm going to do, put it on my clipboard. I'm going to paste it into this box. And what I'm going to do in Teamzy is I'm going to edit this before I send it to her, right? So unless her name happens to be Jane, you change the name. And then, if you want to customize it a little bit, that's okay. Like put in a couple of emojis, right? I don't know, a couple of emojis to personalize it. I talk to people in the UK and they're like, Eric, we don't say awesome. That's super American. Like, okay, change the name, change the word awesome then. I use the word awesome about 600 times a day. So people who know me know that this message is coming from me. Okay. Isn't that awesome? I know, it is. Okay, so what I did was I highlighted this and I copied it because I'm going to now go send this to Jay. Now that it's ready, I'm going to go send it to her on Facebook. So we'll just look up Jay. Okay. And I'm going to send her this message. Do you guys see how easy this is? Look, message sent. That's going to make her day. I'll toggle back to Teamzy and I'm going to log it. That was a Facebook message. Do you guys see the blue button that says log connect? You click that and it's logged. Now look what happened. It's gone. Okay. She's gone. The list has moved up. Now, if I go up here, you can see my circle's starting to fill in and I've got 1 done and 8 left. Next person on my list is Melissa. Melissa, are you on the call tonight? It'd be cool if she is. So I'm just going to paste the same message in and just change the name. Okay. So now that I've got one that I like, I'm going to crank through it. I've got 9 prospects. I'm just going to send them all the same one. Copy it again, toggle over. We're going to look up Melissa. There she is. We're going to send her a message. Super great. Send the message, right? And I'm just going to work my way down my list. The first part of my power hour is just sending outgoing messages. It's like little love notes that you're just sending out into the world, okay? So I'm going to send that one and I'll go to the next person on my list. Look, I've got 2 done now. The circle's filling in. I'm going to go now message Colby. I'm just going to work my way down the list. Once you've got a good script going, just keep using it and change the name. I do highly recommend you always keep their name in the message the first time you reach out. Every time you initiate a conversation, put their name in the message, okay? That way they know it's you and they don't think it's just some generic spam message. Okay, now I'm gonna go down my list and keep sending messages to prospects. Whoever's up next, I'm not gonna second guess it. I'm not gonna go, Colby, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to him since high school. I should skip him. No, I'm just going to message him anyways, okay? Because it's just to make someone's day message. We're reconnecting with people. Now, when this gets all the way blue, and I'm done with my 9 prospects, I'll go over to the next list, which is customers, and I'm going to start connecting with customers the same way. And this is the real magic happens on customers. You guys know you should be prospecting and meeting new people and starting conversations, but customers, whether present or past, are people who have already trusted you enough to buy from you, you guys. A canceled customer is worth 1,000 new followers on Instagram. Let me just say that so you guys can write that down and bring it to heart. A canceled customer is worth 1,000 new followers on Instagram. You have more chance of getting that canceled customer back into ordering than you do working that list of strangers. I just want you guys to know that customers are solid gold. So you need to be in regular contact with customers. You need to be in regular contact. By the way, when I say customer, just to clarify, I mean anyone who's ever been your customer, even if they're not currently current, they're still your customer. Okay, so keep them in there and keep in touch with them. Just stay in touch. We'll do the same thing. Mallory's up next. We'll go get a script and connect with Mallory. And now I've got special Teamzy knows that we're on customers, so it's going to give you customer scripts. Look, here's a great one. Jane, you're doing so great. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on. So look, maybe in this case, maybe Mallory has recently lost some weight. You guys ever have customers do that? Of course you do. Mallory, you're doing so great. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on losing 12 pounds. Emoji, celebrate. Okay, whatever it is, you guys with me? Just a quick, do I need to, is this better than, hey, do you need to up your order, or do you need some more product this month? No, just stay in touch. Be their cheerleader. Be connecting with them, okay? So you can send a message like that to your customers. Look, I'm gonna do one more. Leslie comes up. I'm gonna go to my scripts. Maybe I'm gonna get a different script like this one. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. I'm just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. If you guys have never used that script, I want you to think about your favorite customers, maybe tonight or tomorrow, and just message them all that message. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. See what happens. See what happens. This is a different way of doing business, you guys. It's so fun for them and for us. Look, I love this script too. Wait, this one. Hi, John, how are you enjoying the products? So you take out the products and you put in the specific products they're using. How are you enjoying your slim down trio? Please send me an update and let me know how I can be of help. This is such a useful script for customers. Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. The update's either going to be, I'm loving it. I haven't got any results yet, which you coach them through that, right? I haven't used it. It's sitting on my shelf. You can coach them through that. I don't like it. You can coach them. Whatever update they send you is something that you can coach them through and work on, right? Every time you connect with somebody, you're deepening trust. You're building the relationship. Okay, so you want to stay in touch with your customers. Now, really quick on this. This is so important because connecting with customers, as I told you, it's the gold, right? So there's a couple of statistical facts I want to share with you. One is this. When you're in regular contact with your customers, they order more product and they retain longer. Okay? When you are in regular contact with customers, they order more product and they retain longer. And look, I know a lot of you probably, spent some time waiting tables or tending bar in your life. Maybe some of you still do that. I did 10 years of waiting tables and tending bar. And isn't it true? Think about when you've gone to a great restaurant and you've had excellent service. They're present. They're not annoying, but they're there, right? They're regularly checking in. And when that happens, what did you do? You stayed longer. You had a better time. You ordered more. Okay. But what we do in this business is it's like we do this amazing service on the front end and then we never connect with them again. It'd be like going to a beautiful restaurant and having the most amazing attentive service. And then as soon as your food gets delivered, you never saw them again. You can't even get your check paid. Have you guys ever been in that situation? So we got to stay in regular contact. But by staying in regular contact, you're going to see retention go up and you're going to see them order more products. That increases the average value of your customers. Now, just think about this. Leaders on the team. Think about what would happen if your whole team was using Teamzy for a month. What would that do to volume? Look, I've been doing this long enough. I know what it would do to volume. So feel free to message me after this call 30 days from now if your team volume's up 20 to 30%. Feel free to message me and let me know. I love hearing that kind of success, okay? There's another reason why it's so huge to be in touch with customers, and that's this. How many of you guys have a little thing that lets you raise hands, a little button. How many of you would like some more customers? I should see all 500 hands going up. Everybody wants new customers. Where do you go get the new customers? Does Xyngular have a special website where it's like, these are qualified customers who are really fun and happy people. You can just go click and get one. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, it would be cool. They wouldn't need you if they could do that though, right? The best place, now write this down, you guys. The best place to get a new customer is from a current customer. There's no better way to acquire it. The best place to get a new customer is from a current customer. Now, I just want to think about this. You guys are in the business of transforming people's health, their appearance, their self-confidence, everything. So your customers are happy people, aren't they? They're excited people. So what do excited, happy people do? They tell other people about what they're excited about. This is the way human beings are designed. Okay, this is why network marketing works. But you have customers. I just want you guys to think about this right now. If you have customers who are enjoying the products, that means they are talking about them with friends and family. Okay, so let me just kind of extrapolate this for you. Your customers are talking about Xyngular right now to friends and family. Now, 86% of North Americans say they make purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend. Okay, so let's see. Your customers are talking to friends. 86% of them say they would make a purchasing decision based on that. So my question for you is, are you getting introduced to those friends? Are you getting introduced to those family members? And this is huge because you cannot get those introductions if you're not in contact, regular contact with your customers. But by being in regular contact, hey, is there anything I can do to make your day? How are you doing? Okay, is there anything I can help? You've created and built a relationship of trust where it's easy for you to just say, hey, Eric, I know you've been getting great results. I'm sure by now you've told friends and family about Xyngular and what it's doing for you. Before I get too busy this month, is there anybody you care about that needs more information? I want to prioritize your friends and family above everybody else, okay? Some of you are like, oh my gosh, I got to rewind the tape to get that. If you've already built customers, they're a gold mine. They will bring you more customers. They will introduce you to people. You have to ask for them to introduce you though. You have to ask for that introduction. Step one, be in regular contact. Step two, ask for the introduction. Don't ever ask someone to refer you or tell people about you. Say, well, who are you thinking about? Could you introduce them to me? And I'll get them the info right now, okay? Just ask them to do a group text, a group message, group email. Just introduce me via group text. Real quick, I'll get them the info, okay? Are you guys with me? Yeah, and some of you are going, oh my gosh, this is a great way to recruit people too. Yes, it is. Because when your customer refers 3 people to you, that's somebody that should be joining the team, right? Are you guys with me? Oh, man, I wish I could spend a lot more time on that topic, but just know this. Staying in touch with customers is key to your business. And some of you, I've talked to some of you who've been doing Xyngular 7-8 years. You've got a huge customer list. That is a gold mine. You need to go back and re-engage those people, okay? Next list are my distributors. This is my team. Same way I'm going to reach out to my team members. Just send them a little message and let them know I love them, that I'm thinking about them, seeing if they need anything. Does this make sense? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you need anything? I just saw that you recruited your first person. Congratulations. Okay. I saw on Facebook that whatever. Congratulations. Oh, cool. That looked like fun, what you were doing yesterday. Oh, are you guys with me? Just staying in touch with your customers. I mean, your team, your distributors. Look, this is the thing. As the team grows, this gets more difficult. You need something like Teamzy to help you manage it. But what happens is we tend to do things like, okay, we've got a Facebook group for the team. That's great. I'm going to do a live Zoom every week where you can learn from me directly. But what happens is you start to lose the personal connection to the leaders on your team. So that's why I want you to lean into Teamzy and just let it guide you. Every couple of months, somebody's name comes up, send them a message. A text message from you, you talk about amazing, making people feel amazing. And that's why we named this product Teamzy, by the way, because you have to build a team if you want to have the life you want. The team comes first, then the business. The team helps you build a business, which helps you build your life. Okay, so the first half of my power hour is just reaching out to make people's day. First my prospects, then my customers, then my distributors. Okay, and that should take, now my goal was 19 people total. I'm using scripts, I'm sending them quickly. That takes me, well, Let's say I'm slow. It takes me 30 minutes if I'm slow. I'm done. I just sent 19, 20 messages in 30 minutes. How awesome is that? So what do I do for the rest of my power hour? The second half of my power hour is working my follow-ups list. Now you'll notice there's nobody on my follow-ups list, so I'm going to explain that right now. What happens is I'm sending out all these messages, right, to make people's day. They're going to start responding to me. As they respond to me, now I have a chance to have conversations. Are you guys with me? So now I have a chance to have conversations with people. So I messaged my friend Jay. She says, oh my gosh, it's great to hear from you. And we're messaging back and forth. And my goal now is to have a conversation with Jay. Not every person who responds is going to have a conversation with you. And that's okay, because some will fizzle out. They'll say, I'm great, Eric, thanks for asking. And they'll, hang up on me basically. But they're going to cycle through Teamzy. So that I'm going to, over time, every couple of months, I'm going to connect with them, and and they're going to get more comfortable with me, and we will get to that conversation. But there are going to be people, especially because I'm starting with my 5-star people, right? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's great to hear from you. And now we can have a conversation. And I'm going to just try to get an update from them. This is my favorite thing to ask for, is an update. Jay, it's been forever. Send me an update. What have you been up to? How are you guys doing during all this, shut-in pandemic stuff? And she's going to give me her update. And as she's telling me things, I'm going to be asking her questions. Oh my gosh, what about this? Or how's that? Or how are the kids? Or how are the kids coping with this? And how are you doing with the kids at school, not at school, at home, at school, just asking questions like a normal person. And here's what I want you guys, look, I'm going to assume you guys know how to have a conversation with somebody, but if you don't, the key here is to find ways to help them. Okay. You want to invest in relationships. I don't know if you guys all watch Zing Fling, but something that Danielle said that really, really resonated with me was, she said, stop looking at somebody as a prospect, but start looking at them as a network, right? And I'm paraphrasing, Danielle, forgive me if I didn't say it exactly right, but it was the concept of a person is not just a sale, a person is a whole book of relationships. And so we want to invest in each relationship. Okay. So just look for ways to help, listen, be engaging, find out what's going on with them, and see if you can help them in some way. It might not have anything to do with Xyngular. It might be that, I heard that some of you guys are in rough weather tonight. Maybe they need a roofer to fix a leak in the roof, and one, like, connect them. Find ways to invest in people. So I'm having this conversation with Jay. She's catching me up on what's going on in her world. I'm looking for ways to help her as we go. And then what's the most natural thing for me to do in a conversation after she told me what she's been up to? I'm going to tell her what I've been up to, right? I'm going to catch her up on what we've been doing. Do you think I'm going to tell her, I'm so grateful to have a home-based business? Oh my gosh, the whole world's shut down, but I'm not, right? And I'm going to say, I don't know if I just tell her the story. I don't know if you know, but I left my corporate job over 5 years ago, started my own business. It's been a godsend, because even during these times, I've been able to keep working from home, and it's been really comforting to know that I have my own stream of income that's not relying on the government and not relying on a boss who could fire me for no reason. Are you guys with me? Like, just having a real conversation about what you're doing. And here's the thing that I always think is important, is just to share what you're doing and why you're passionate about it, right? What am I doing? Like, let people know you help people lose weight and get healthy, but let them know it's with Xyngular. Don't hide that under a bushel. Say, I work with Xyngular. It's been the best thing ever. I'm so passionate about it because, let people know. Here's what I want you guys to know, is when you go about sharing your business that way, this is what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it. Every single person worth their salt is going to say, congratulations. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. Right? Which is an amazing difference to how most people respond to, guess what? I'm doing network marketing. Right? Why are they proud of you? Because it's something that you're doing because you're passionate about it. They get that. Okay? So here's the thing. People are always like, how do I talk about my business? That's how you talk about your business. It's totally non-threatening. Everybody's on board. You're not damaging any relationships. And if somebody's really excited for you, just ask them, would you like to learn more about it? Would you like to learn more about it? That's all. Would you like to learn more about it? Just let me know if you'd like to learn more about it. Okay, I will. And if they say, no, thanks, not interested. Say, no problem. Hey, it was really great connecting with you, and hopefully we'll stay in touch. Could you do me a favor though? If you do come across anybody who needs help in this area, would you connect them with me? Because I want to help as many people as I can. I want you guys to understand that people that say, no, thanks, I'm not interested, will very often, in my experience, almost 100% of the time, say, yes, I will connect people to you who need the help with this area. And even if they don't mean it, you're starting to kind of plant that seed in their mind, because I look at every single person, just like Danielle, as not a sale, but as a network. Every single person is somebody who can become an advocate for your business, even if they never purchase your products. They will still tell friends and family, who are 86% of them make their decisions based on this. They'll tell their friends and family to talk to you. Are you guys with me? This is how relationship marketing works and why it's so fun. You get to help people, you get to invest in people, you get to do the right thing all day long. You never have to be cheesy or salesy, and your business explodes. Pretty cool. But you need a system to hold it together. That's what I'm showing you Teamzy, because honestly, guys, doing this business without Teamzy is like drinking water from your hands. Some of you guys have built huge businesses and it's overwhelming because it's like you're going like crazy, but you're spilling more than you're keeping. Teamzy is going to help you keep it all. So let me show you how this works. I'm talking to Jay. We're caught up. It's great. I told her about what I'm doing. Would you like some more information? She says, yes. Perfect. Now I'm going to move her along the process. Maybe schedule a Zoom with her so that we can talk a little bit more and I can find out what her goals are, right? So now I'm on the Zoom with Jay. We're talking about Xyngular. She's like, this is amazing. And how do I log this in Teamzy? So look, first thing I'm going to do is notice that Jay's no longer on my dashboard. So I'm going to look her up in this lookup bar. That brings me to her full contact record. Okay, make sure you, oh, I see I've got plenty of questions. Never mind. I'm not going to remind you then. We're almost done. I'm going to do Q&A in a second. So here's her full contact record. I'm going to click on connect to open the box up just like on the dashboard, right? So now I can log that I had this Zoom call with her. So I'm going to pick video chat, right? I'm going to put my notes from our Zoom. And what I want to do here is see on the bottom left where it says share. Since on this call, I'm going to share the business opportunity with her, I'm going to open that and I'm going to log that I shared the business opportunity. Okay. And if you shared both products and business opportunity, just choose one. I would choose business opportunity. And that implies that we talked about both, right? Now, when I logged that as a business opportunity share, something magical happened. It activated the follow-ups list. See this little in 2 days? That's the follow-ups list, and it activated it. It automatically created a follow-up. See, the follow-ups list is for when I've shared the business or products with somebody. Let me just say it again for you guys. The follow-ups list is for when I've shared the business or products with somebody. I don't need to set a follow-up to stay in touch because Teamzy does that automatically. Okay? So the follow-ups list is like my hot leads list. These are the people who are really interested. So I'm going to set a follow-up. Now it defaults to 2 days. You can set it for any point in the future. I'm going to click on tomorrow though, because I want to follow up tomorrow. So when I log this in Teamzy, I'm logging it as we had a Zoom. Here, all my notes are here. I logged it as a shared business opportunity, and I have a follow-up for tomorrow. Log it. Okay. So let me show you what happened. I'm going to go to the dashboard and show you. First off, it logged a share. So one of my 3 is done for the day. And on my follow-ups list, you'll see that Jay is there due tomorrow. Do you guys see how easy this is? So the way my power hour works is every time I have a share, I set a follow-up. I put them on that follow-ups list, right? So by Friday, I'll have a decent amount of people on the follow-ups list. So my power hour looks like this. I connect with prospects, customers, distributors, just like I showed you. Then I go to my follow-ups list and see who's due for a follow-up, okay? So tomorrow, Jay will be due. So here's how I'll do it. I'll click on Jay. I'm going to go to scripts, and I'm going to get a follow-up script. By the way, I want you guys to know, I put the follow-up scripts in here for you, 10 of them, numbered in order. They've been refined by tens of thousands of people to be super effective, okay? You just use them and duplicate this with your team. Your team doesn't have to be good at this either. They can just use this. So look, I'm going to pick follow-up number 1. Here's how it reads. It reads like this. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Super simple, you guys. And every one of these scripts is refined down psychologically to work incredibly. So I'm going to click copied. And again, I'm going to paste that in there and edit it a little bit. You don't have to paste it in Teamzy. You could go straight to Facebook with it. I like to edit it here because sometimes I sent it with the wrong name or made a mistake like that or something. Let's see, which one do I want? I like this one. Okay, so look, I've got this just the way I want it. I'm gonna now send her this follow-up message. Now you can also, by the way, you could save that Facebook link in Teamzy so that you don't have to search it every time. If you want, then you just click on it. I'll just be honest though, I never bother with that because I feel like that takes me more time than just searching it every time. But you can save it there, and then it would just be under details. You would have their Facebook link and you could click it, it would jump right out to their Facebook. Okay, so look, I'm logging this. Now, real quick, before you log a follow-up, always set a new follow-up. And the way you do it is you click on follow-up and just set it. So let's say I'll follow up now in 2 days. But let me just say it again. Before you log a follow-up, always set a new follow-up. Otherwise, she's going to clear off your follow-ups list and just go back in the Teamzy flow. We don't want that. Once we've shared with her, we want to follow up, 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 at least 10 times. So look, I logged it. Now she's due again on Friday. You see how easy this is? When I come back on Friday, I'm going to go to scripts and I'm going to get follow-up number 2. How easy is that? Now, real quick on this, before I go to Q&A, I just want to talk to you real quick about follow-ups. When I just said follow up at least 10 times, some of you guys went, oh, I didn't like that. But I want you guys to understand the fortune is in the follow-up, and you need to be following up more. Look, 80% of sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Okay, write that down. 80% of sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. And I know on this call, maybe 1% of you are following up that much, right? Let's just be honest, because you're worried about being annoying, right? Or you don't want to be a pest, which is great. I don't want you to be a pest either. But let me just shift your mind, your thinking on this really quick. How many of you honestly believe in Xyngular? Like you believe you are here to change lives, like you're on a mission to help people. Let me see your hands, raise them. Do you realize that if they never get their products, if they never join your team, Xyngular is not going to change their lives. It's not going to help them at all, is it? The Xyngular doesn't matter to them until they get it. And they're not going to get it. 80% of them aren't going to get it until you followed up 7 to 10 times. So I want you guys to understand the only thing, if you truly have a heart to help people and you love people and you want to help them, the only tool that you have to help people is your ability to follow up with them. And if you're only following up 3 or 4 times, you're only capitalizing on 20% of the people you could be helping. 80% of the people you could be helping, you're not helping. Oh my gosh. So look, I want you just to kind of adopt my mantra. And it's this: following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. Okay, it's an act of love. Write it down somewhere. Keep it in front of you. Following up is an act of love. Understand that this is how you love people through the process. When I talk to Jay and she's interested in Xyngular and I tell her I'm going to follow up, that's a promise to a friend that I need to keep. Does it make sense? That's why the very first follow-up in Teamzy says, just following up like I promised I would. I'm letting her know how important this is to me, that I do what I said I would do for her. Now look, those of you who are worried about being annoying when you follow up, I'm going to teach you the 2 principles to not be annoying really quick. Get out your pens if you're not taking notes. This is some good stuff. All of my scripts follow these principles, okay? But there's 2 principles if you don't want to be annoying when you're following up. The first one is don't ask them to do anything. Don't ask them to do anything. They don't have to respond. They don't have to call you. They don't have to RSVP for an event you're doing. They don't need to complete the order they left in the cart. Don't ask anything of them, okay? You're just reaching out. You just want them to see it. The second principle is this: they need to be able to read your entire message without opening it. They need to be able to read your entire message without opening it, which means no voice messages, no video messages, and no long messages. Just short and sweet. Because what happens is when you message them, they are not going to have time to respond, at least not at that moment. For whatever reason, they've got a 3-year-old crawling up their leg, the dog's doing something weird, they're cooking dinner, they're driving their car. It's just not a good moment right now. And they don't want to open the message because they don't want you to see they opened it and look like a jerk for not responding, right? But they want to see it. We all want to see it. We all want to know what it says. So they are going to look at their phone. So if you can follow those 2 principles, don't ask anything of them and keep it short and sweet, they will always get the message. They will always get, even if you look in they never opened it, they saw it. I guarantee you, they saw it. And you've reached them and you've stayed top of mind. Here's what's going to happen. I talked to Jay. She's excited. Oh my gosh, this is so great. I go to my team call and I tell the team, I got this new lead. Her name's Jay. She's going to fit right in around here. She's great. We love her. And then I follow up. No response. I follow up again. No response. I follow up again. Crickets. Hey, Eric, how about Jay? How about your new lead, Jay? So what do? I feel weird that she hasn't responded. So I start making up stories. It's the coronavirus. You know, I think she's out of work, and you start making stuff up. Here's what's really happening. Their life's going on. They're busy. You message them. Most people won't respond at all to 5, 6, 7 messages. Nothing, no response. Even people who are very interested. I just want you guys to know that. But like that 7th message is where they'll respond and say, I'm sorry I haven't responded. Thank you so much for staying in touch. I really appreciate it. Okay, so your ability to message them that many times with no response is how you demonstrate your care for them. They will always thank you for it. Okay, they will always thank you for it. So how does the Teamzy workflow look? Looks like this. You start conversations with your prospects, your customers, your distributors. When they're interested, you invite them to go deeper and you share the business or share products with them and you put them on that follow-ups list. The second half of your power hour is following up with people. Every single month, people are going to convert off that follow-ups list. Some people will convert in 2 days. Some people will take a year. You keep people on that follow-ups list forever. You just stay in touch with them. Once you've shared with them the business opportunity or the products, you continually connect with them. Okay? The other thing that's going to happen is that your customers will come in and out. Your customers will come in and out. If you're in touch with canceled customers, they'll come back. They'll come in and out all the time. If it's the 28th of the month and you need to get something happening to hit your bonus for the month, you should be hitting that customer list, canceled customer list. Those people are the ones that are going, oh, I'm so glad you reached out. I've been meaning to come back. Okay? That's your power hour. Look, people are getting amazing results in Xyngular using Teamzy in just a few months. Why? Because they're following the system. They're staying in touch with people. It's a watertight system. You can't waste it. If you're intentional and use it every day, 5 days a week, you're going to get unreal results. Now, what I love about this too is maybe you don't have an hour. Maybe you have 10 minutes. You could get in here and you could do 5 of your prospect messages. And then later on, you could do a little bit more until you get all these circles filled and you know you've got your work for the day done. Make sense? Okay. Last thing I want to do is finish Jay off in the system and then we'll do Q&A. And I've got a lot of questions there, so we'll start answering those. So what happens when Jay finally purchases? I come back to her record. I click on sale. I log what she bought. So let's say she got, look, we got trim down added. Danielle requested that. We put it in for you. She got the trim down trio. Great. Save that. Right? I would also do a tag. I would tag it too so that I could search by that later. And then what I'm going to do here is right here where it says member type, I'm going to move her over to distributor, personally sponsored. That puts her on the right list. If she just got a retail purchase, I'll just put her on customer. You with me? Cool. Okay, let's start doing questions. This will be fun. Oh, wait, before I do the questions, let me give you action steps. Some of you won't wait for the questions. Action steps, then we'll do questions. Here we go. Number 1, go get your free trial started. If you haven't already started, go get your free trial started. If you go to teamzy.com, search for, pick Xyngular off the list, or you can go to your special landing page, which is teamzy.com/Xyngular. Okay? And get your free trial started. Make sure everyone on your team is on a free trial. Come on, it's easy, it's free. After the 30 days is up, Teamzy is typically $29.99 a month, which is less than $1 a day to have everything planned for you. But Xyngular is awesome, and they've negotiated a special rate for you. So it's only $19.95 a month to do Teamzy ongoing, right? And that's, you write that off your taxes, guys. It's a no-brainer. So go get started. So if you're already in the free trial, you can click subscribe now under your name on the top left and get your subscription started so you don't miss a beat when it's over. You will not get billed until the 30 days is over, the free 30 days. I recommend you get a 30-day success partner to start with. Just say, hey, let's try this thing out together. Let's hold each other accountable. Here are my goals. What are your goals? And what I love you to do, I do this in my boot camps too, is I want you to take a screenshot of your completed Teamzy dashboard and message it over to your success partner each day when you're done. Oh my gosh. If you guys do that with each other, you'll have an amazing month. If you don't get a success partner, you'll probably log into Teamzy twice and check it out, not really know what to do, and then let it expire. Am I being honest? It's true. accountability is key in this business. And after you try to success partner out for 30 days, and if you like working with them, be success partners ongoing. The last action step I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a 5-day challenge. I challenge you guys, use Teamzy for 5 days in a row. Use Teamzy for 5 days in a row. Over those 5 days, reach out and send a message to 100 people. That's 20 a day. Okay? If you do this, it will change the way you look at your business forever. Because a lot of people are thinking, I don't really know how to get things going again, or my warm market's tapped out, or, you know, things are slow, people aren't responding. If you message 100 people in 5 days, your phone will be blowing up with messages. And you will never believe that you can't create momentum again in your business. Okay? This is kind of like the ultimate BS detector. 5 days in a row of using Teamzy will change your perspective on everything. You guys got those action steps? Okay, cool. Let's start doing some questions. See, we got 53 questions. Okay, let's start. All right. Stacy says, how do you add new friends after you've been using the system for a few weeks? Great. Cool. Super easy, Stacy. Let me show you real quick. There's a button at the top of every screen that says add contact. See that button right there? Add contact. Okay. So you just add them. Let's see. No, it wasn't Stacy. It was Susan. Did I say Stacy? I'm sorry if I got the wrong name. I'm so excited. Well, where's the Z on my keyboard? There it is. I had to pick the person with the most unique name. Look, this is how easy it is to create a contact. Okay. She's in Teamzy. Done. Now I can add any more information I want. I can put tags. You know, how did I meet her? I met her on the webinar. Okay. You can tag it. I could set a follow-up. I could connect with her, whatever I want. It's super easy. And if you want to do like more bulk imports down the road, where you want to do like your whole Facebook list import and stuff like that, Stacy, you can do that again, but and it will only bring the new people in. Okay. The best thing to do though is to do it daily, just to go in each day and add people as you meet them. Jana says, where will you post the recorded link? I will email it to everyone registered, but I'm also going to give it to corporate so they can post it up wherever you guys would look for that. I don't know where they put it. But Martha says, when would you recommend adding a follow-up? Once you've actually shared products or business? Yes. We actually covered that since you asked the question. Heather from Litchfield, Nebraska. I started a free trial and never used it. Now I can't seem to get back on. Okay. Send a quick email to support@teamzy.com. Okay. And tell them you need help getting in, and they'll help you out. Valerie. If we have cities and provinces, states are entered into Teamzy, can you run a report to show only those people? No, you can't run that report in Teamzy. What I recommend you do though is tag people by geographic area. That way, if you want to grab a group or a list for a specific area, you can just grab the tag. So for example, if you guys do events, I've always recommended that people tag like everyone that's local. So as you're adding people that are local, you can grab the local list for an in-person type thing. So you could go through and tag the state if you want to do it that way. Jay says, will the number of connects change as I use the system? The number of connects are based on your goal, Jay. So unless you change your goal, what's asked of you each day won't change. Now you can do as many connects as you want, right? It's just your daily target. So it's up to you to change that goal. What I would recommend you do is at the end of every year, you look at your results, you look at your goal, you decide whether you want to up or down, raise it up or down. All right. Lenise says, what about when you don't have any distributors yet? Good question. So if you've got no distributors, so in my case, I think it was 4 distributors a day was my goal. And let's say I don't have any, what I would do is I would take that 4 and I would add it on my prospects number. So instead of 9, I would be doing 13 prospect connects a day. Okay. Christina says, do you have to use a desktop computer or can you use an iPad or mobile phone? Yeah, you can totally use a mobile phone. In fact, let me show you on my phone real quick. Close all these apps so that it's not crazy when I open this up. Okay, so let's see, share screen. So I've got an iPhone. So you'll be looking at an iPhone. What's going on? There it is. Okay, so there's my phone. So you'll see right in the center of my screen, I've got the Teamzy dashboard shortcutted. I saved it to my screen, so I'm going to pop that open. It's not actually an app. It's a mobile website, but it works amazing. It's going to want me to log in. Hold on, let me log in. So when I log in to Teamzy, here it is, and I can just use it on my phone. How cool is this, right? So if I go to connect with somebody, I have the connect box. I can get my scripts the same way. So I can get scripts. Isn't that cool? So what I would do on my phone is, let's say I wanted just to message her on Facebook like I did. I would toggle my apps. I would open Messenger, send the message, and then toggle back to Teamzy and finish logging it. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Okay. Now, the only thing that you got to have a desktop to do is, if you're going to bulk import a list of names, you need a computer, because the phone operating systems can't handle that yet. Can we open the meeting to more than the 500 cap? We didn't hit the cap, so it's okay. That was a long time ago. Shannon, I put someone in as a customer, but now they're a distributor. How do you change it? Great. So all you do is you look them up. Look somebody up. Let me go to my team. Look somebody up. Boom. When you're looking at them, you just look over on the right under their name, and you just click wherever you want them to be. If they're a prospect and you want them to be a customer, boom, they're moved. Super easy. Okay. You can also do it on the dashboard. If somebody comes up on the prospects list and they're supposed to be on the customer list, like Colby, great. I'm just going to go to details and click on it here, and then he'll just pop over to that list. Okay. All right. We're doing it. We're getting here. Is there a Teamzy app, or you just go to the website? So there it is. You go to Safari on iPhone or Chrome on an Android, and you just go to, the best thing to do is just to go straight to the login, which is app.teamzy.com, app.teamzy.com. And then once you've logged into your dashboard, save that to your home screen so it's easy to get to. What about WhatsApp, the app? So WhatsApp, WhatsApp's not listed, but just click it as other and just put a note. It was WhatsApp. Wait, WhatsApp? I don't know that one. But if that's a connecting app, you just put it as other and then tag that that's what it was. Is there an emoji button on the computer version? Okay, so there's not an emoji button, but Audra, but there is a shortcut, a keyboard shortcut on every type of operating system. So I use a Mac, so it's Control-Command-Space on Mac. That opens up your emoji keyboard. And I don't remember offhand what it is for a Windows-based computer, but if you Google it, you'll find it, okay? It's life-changing to be able to do emojis from your computer. Oh my gosh, Audra, I just made your day. Debbie says, how many of the same messages can we send without getting in Facebook jail? So look, if you want to send 6,000 messages in a day, I mean, that's not what Teamzy is designed to do, right? We keep our focus small so we can build our business big. You don't work out one day a week for 5 hours, right? You work out 30 minutes a day. So come into Teamzy, do your bit. You're 20 people, you're not going to get put in jail. Make sure that you are messaging people that you're friends with. Okay? If you're messaging people that you're not connected with 15 times, then you might get in trouble because it looks like you're spamming people that don't know you, right? So first step I always go through is try to be friends with somebody first. Right? And if you're friending people, then you have to be careful with friending people too. So typically I wouldn't add more than 3 friend requests in an hour, 3 to 5 friend requests in an hour, and then wait. Okay. So there's just, Debbie, you just kind of get good at it after a while, but messaging your friends, and as people respond and stuff, Facebook's going to see you as somebody who is very, you're what they want. They want people connecting with each other. Whitney says, can I send the same message to all of my customers at once? No, you can't do that. Nor do you want to do that. That's called bulk impersonal messaging. Their name wouldn't be in it. It would be a bulk message. People know that. They can smell it. You want to connect with people one-on-one. And this makes it so efficient and time effective that it's like, no big deal. Is there a limit? Crystal says, is there a limit to the amount of people added? No, you can add as many people as you want. However, I wouldn't add more than 3,000 people, 3,000, maybe 4,000 tops, because you won't be able to manage more than that. So if you know 20,000 people, your goal is to pick the top 3,000, okay? Daphne, how are you getting the emojis? Okay, I explained that one. If you don't remember or you don't know the key strokes for that, just Google it. Rhonda says, is there a way to group people who are in our curiosity group versus those who are not? Absolutely, Rhonda, you just add a tag. Let me show you guys how easy it is to add a tag. Okay, so if I'm on the dashboard with somebody, It looks like this. I can go to details and I can add a tag right here where it says type tags. So what did you call it? Curiosity group. So I can create a tag called curiosity group. Okay. So now I've tagged her. Great. If I'm on my list on the team page, I can add tags the same way from anybody. I can do it right here where it says tags. And then I can add that tag. So everybody I've tagged with curiosity group, when I go to my tags over here on the left, okay, and I click on curiosity group, it's going to give me a list of everyone that has that tag. The tags make you able to, it gives you the ability to create groups really easily. Leslie says, I missed where you're accessing the scripts list. Yeah, it's inside the connect box. So if you open the connect box, it's right there. Okay, right there in the connect box. If I'm on the dashboard, that connect box is already open for you and it's right there. Okay. Elsa, how many people can you add to that list? We just answered that. Melissa, this is awesome. Hey, you talk like me. I think it's awesome too. Mystery, find the scripts. Tammy said, great. We just answered that. Can you print out reports on this? Can you print out reports? I can't remember if any of them print. The whole point of this is to be paperless. However, there are some cool reports. There's the team report, which is amazing for leaders. You can invite people to join your team report and it shares what they're doing in their Teamzy account. So you can hold people accountable to their goals. You can pull this up on a team call to encourage people and be like, oh my gosh. So I do this on my boot camps. I do a leaderboard based on my team report each week on who's crushing it. On your business page too, you've got some cool reports. You can track your income and your growth and things like that. You can also track all your activities. There's some cool reports. This one does export, actually. The activity history I see does export. Okay. So sorry, I wouldn't want to, I don't like to print out stuff, so just collects dust. Should I message more prospects daily if I want to grow faster? Yes, within reason though. You have to be able to maintain and sustain it. Does that make sense? So I wouldn't look, if you set like your goal, I wouldn't go above 150,000 on the goal. If you're, look, because honestly, it's going to create a lot of momentum already. You don't need to do it. Okay. If I set up on a free trial, if I set this up on a free trial, can I go back and start over? Yeah, you can go back and start over. You can also go back and log into that original account. It's still there. Christina said, where do I find scripts? We just answered that. Tammy says, what's the secret to getting double flames? Can a person get 3 flames? Okay, going back to the team report. So I don't have any flames next to my name, but if I were to do, gosh, what is it? 20 connects. If I did 20 connects in one day, I would get, how many connects is it? It's 100 for a month. So it's 5 connects. I don't remember. If you're doing really well, you get flames next to your name. And if you're not at sleepy, I think of it in terms of a month because a week, because on my Teamzy dashboard, on my boot camps, I do it for the week, and it's 100 connects gets you a flame. So what is that? 20 a day? That's 20 a day. 5 times 20 is 100. Yeah. So it's 20 connects in a day gets you a flame for the day. And if you do 3 shares in a day, you get a double flame. So if you did 20 connects and 3 shares, you get a double flame. So for a week, it's 130 or whatever. You guys do the math on that. But if you're following your goals, you're getting 8 flames. And if somebody's not doing anything on the team report, they get a little sleepy emoticon with the Z's, which is cool too, because you can encourage those people to get going. Can you add to the scripts? Jane says, yes, you can add your own scripts. How cool is this? Let me show you guys real quick how to do it. So if I go into scripts, right at the top, you can click new script. Okay. So you can save your own scripts. Now this is really cool. I just want you guys to know how cool this is. So this was a huge thing for me because when I did my business, I'm not, just so you guys know, I'm not a network marketer anymore. I just help you guys. But when I was building my business, I had emails that had all the information on a particular product solution for people. And it had the links on how to order it and how to purchase it. Everything was in an email. And I wrote those once and saved them as scripts. So if somebody's like, yes, I want to get started. I want to get an ultimate and here's that. I'd be like, great. I'm going to send you that email right now with everything you need to know about it and how to order it. And I would go into scripts. It would be there. Boom. I just put the name in. They'd be like, wow, it's amazing. It makes you look like a pro. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can take scripts from your upline and put it in Teams and have it at your fingertips. Some of you may want to change my scripts around a little and save them. So that's all there. It's really cool. Okay, good question, Jane. Susan says, should stars be, could shares be our three-ways? So your three-way is where you will share. Does that make sense? So yeah, if you schedule a three-way call with somebody, you're going to share it with them. You would log a share for sure on the three-way call, right? Anonymous, can we use a follow-up to check in with our new starts? Yeah, you can put people on the follow-ups list to like, to initiate a conversation with them. Yeah, totally. Now, I didn't want it to be unyielding that it's just for people you've shared with, but what I really meant to communicate was you don't need to set follow-ups just to stay in touch with people, okay? Because Teamzy is going to do that automatically for you. Like if I message you and you don't respond, I don't need to set a follow-up. You're going to come back in Teamzy. Make sense? Trish, can we enter in our own fast chats? Yep, you can enter your own scripts and save them. We just talked about that. How do you put emojis in the connects? Okay, we answered that. Is Teamzy mobile friendly? Yes, we showed that, which is great. How do you sync emojis? you guys, how many of you learning that you can do emojis on your computer that was like life-changing? Yeah. So again, just to answer that question, because it's coming up a lot, go into Google and say, what is the keyboard shortcut for emojis on Mac? Keyboard shortcut for emojis on Windows. Okay, whatever it is you use as your operating system, and it'll tell you, and then it's always there at your fingertips. Can you add a note about when to follow up regarding, say, their 30-day results? Yeah, so look, Patty, let me show you this. This is kind of cool. I didn't go into this because I didn't have a lot of time, but let's say I'm setting a follow-up for her, right? It opens the note. So now I can leave a note. So let's say it was going to be in 30 days. Okay, so I'm setting a follow-up for her in 1 month. The note's reminding me it's about her 30-day results. Okay, you guys with me? So now when I'm looking in my follow-ups list, I'm going to see it's due on May. When I click on it, I can see the note. It's about her 30-day results. Cool, huh? Okay, Jesse says are prospects all friends or just those who have asked for information? This is the way I look at it, Jesse. You know who's on your team and you know who are your customers. Everyone else in the world is your prospect. Everyone else in the world is your prospect. Now, unless they're already on someone else's team, right? So who in the world do you know? Typically, your Facebook friends is a great place to start because that's where you've gathered a large list of people you're connected to. Does that make sense? So I would put all of them in there. And again, going back to Danielle's training, not just thinking of them as one person, but thinking of them as a network, right? That one person could refer lots of people to introduce. How is the share logged? Okay, so we showed this, but I'm going to show you again. The share is inside the connect. So if I'm logging a connect with Irma, let's say somebody said three-way. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's say I'm having a three-way call. I'm going to put my notes to three-way to call, whatever, and then click on share right here on the bottom left. And if you've shared your business opportunity, you click that, okay? And then that sets your follow-up, and then you log it, and that logs the share. If you want to go back, let's say you forgot to log the share, and you want to go back and add the share later, you can go back to the activity feed of that person, find the conversation, edit it, and you can put the share in, okay? And then resave it. And then you can that way you can put the share back in one you forgot to do. Okay. If I signed up for the 30-day trial but didn't do anything with it, can I re-sign up for the 30-day trial? It's $19.95 to get started. Linda, just jump in there and do it. You got it. Okay, Corey, when we sign up a member, do we put them in the customer or distributor list? From what I understand, I would put them in the customer list, right? I mean, unless they enrolled as a distributor, meaning they have a license with Xyngular to sell and represent the Xyngular company, to sell Xyngular products and represent them. If they purchase a license like that, then they should be on your distributor list. It doesn't matter if they're not actively selling, okay? Because a lot of times those customers will Those people will flip over to active if you're connecting with them right. If they only bought retail, then put them as customer. Can we add text replacements to scripts? I don't know what that means, but can you change the way they're written? You can't change the scripts that are in there, but you can copy it and remake it your own script and save it and have it there at your fingertips. How many messages is too much for those that ghost you? Okay, I'm glad you asked this question, Patty, because people don't ghost people. Ghosting is something we think is happening. Ghosting is not happening. It's just people aren't responding to your messages right now. It's not ghosting you. Their life's just going on. So how many messages is too much? I mean, you don't want to be annoying, but again, I already taught you tonight how to do it without being annoying. Stay in touch with them over time. Like, you don't need to message them every day, but stay in touch with them. How many messages? I don't know. I mean, I know that, you know, some of the best people in the business took more than a year to get into the business, didn't they? So keep messaging people. Just think of it like this. You made a promise to them and you're going to keep it. Anonymous says, is there no way to set a multiple follow-up? We don't have that right now, but we are working on it. It's just one follow-up at a time right now. You just set the next follow-up. Heather says, how do I reset my income goal? Okay, so there's a little link on their dashboard, Heather, that says edit daily goals. See that? You just click that and you can reset your income goal. How am I doing? I still have 49 questions. Holy moly, you guys. It's okay. I love answering these. Casey says, do the follow-ups filter through like others, 30, 60, 90 days if you don't set the follow-up? Okay, Casey, when you set a follow-up, it's for a specific date. Okay, when that date comes, that follow-up is now due and it sticks to the top of your follow-ups list until you follow up with that person. The regular connect cycle for prospects, customers, and distributors, they cycle through based on their star rating, 30, 60, 90, 120 days. Make sense? Okay. Jesse says, you may have said it and I missed it. After the first couple of follow-ups, how often do you continue to follow up? Forever. Jesse, you got to follow up forever. Most people take 7 to 10 follow-ups before they even respond. Okay. So you got to keep following up. Keep them on there for years. It's okay. Look, I'll tell you guys a quick story. When I started my business, you know, I come from the real estate industry where I was a coach and consultant for top producing real estate people for years. And I switched over to the health and wellness thing, and it was like totally different. But I had all these contacts, all these people that I knew. So I was messaging them, hey man, how's it going? Hey, it's been a while. Tell me what's going on in your life, you know, and just messaging people like I've been teaching you tonight. And I just remember there was this one particular gentleman, his name was Mike, who didn't respond. And I had him as a 3-star. So every 3 months he'd come up on my list and I would send him a message and he would not respond. And then he would come up again and he would not respond. Well, now it's the 4th time he's come up. So it's exactly a year since the first message. He hasn't responded to anything, right? And so I'm looking at it going, should I even bother sending him this message? I figured, whatever. It takes me 2 seconds to just copy and paste a message. So I sent him a message. And it was funny because if you looked in our Facebook Messenger, it was like April 30th. And then it was like everything, it was like the 30th each time I messaged him. It was like clockwork, right? But he responded this time. And he said, hey man, thanks for staying in touch. I'm sorry I haven't responded to your messages, but I've been kind of watching what you've been doing. I've been to your website already, and here's what I'd like to order. I'd like to get started. And I was like he hadn't responded at all. And suddenly he's responding with, can we get on a call? I want to place an order. So the lesson I took away from that is keep messaging people, keep loving on them. Even if they're not responding, they're paying attention and they're seeing the messages. A lot of times they'll go to your social media. They'll feel like they're engaging with you, even if they're not responding. Just keep them there and keep loving them. Okay. Just keep doing it. You'll be surprised what will happen. Terry says, can you talk about flame tags? So I talked about that a little while ago. Let me show you again. Oh, you know what? Let me just show you guys a resource that you can get to because I know we're getting late. So when you're in Teamzy, go to the Help Center right here on the left. And there's all kinds of videos and FAQs and things here that can help you. But also specifically, Terry, there's a training on tags right here. Okay, there's a full training just on how to use tags and different ways you can use it and maximize what you're doing. So go check that out. okay? You cannot get 3 flames. 2 flames is the maximum. I think if you did something to get 3 flames, your head would start spinning or something. Okay. No voice texts. Look, you can do a voice text to people. I'm not saying you never do a voice text. I'm saying if you're following up on a share with somebody, like if I shared the business with you and you said you're interested and now I'm following up, like the reason why a voice text is annoying, because remember the whole point was how to not be annoying. I'm not saying voice texts are never a good thing, but the thing about a voice text is if it's an inconvenient time for me, I can't listen to it right now. So that puts in my heart a feeling of discomfort, right? Like I can't listen to this right now. And it's kind of like when your phone rings and when you're in the middle of something crazy and your phone rings. How many of you guys are like, my phone's ringing? It's like that feeling. So it's like I'm in the middle of it. Like if I send you a message, this happens to me all the time. People respond to me with voice messages all the time. And it's like, I have time to send a quick message because I've got kids running around me and stuff's going on. And then they send me a voice message that's a minute long. There's no way I can listen to it right now, which means this conversation has to wait till 9 o'clock tonight when my kids are asleep. And now I have to remember to come back to it. So that's why I don't recommend on follow-ups doing voice messages, because they can't peer into it without opening it. And some people might not want to open your message because they don't want to, they're not going to respond right now. Does this make sense? So yes, voice texts are great sometimes. I mean, you know, if you're checking in or just sending somebody a nice message, it's great. But if you're on the follow-up cycle, I don't recommend it. And again, I don't know what ghosted chats are. People don't respond normally. As a rule, people don't respond. And that's why you have to continue to be present for them until they do. Does the system track each follow-up so you don't forget which number you're on? No. Leave yourself a note. There's a little note box. Leave yourself a note what the next one's going to be. Okay? Or you can just click on activity feed and see what the last message you sent was. That's a quick and easy way to do it too. Is there a way to hook all the downline's Teamzy accounts to the upline? Yes, there is. Oh, that's a good question, Diane. Let me show that to you. Hopefully you're still here with us. Okay, if you're a leader and you want to connect your team to your team report, this is what you do. You go to team report and you click invite your entire team. And when you click invite your entire team, it will send a link to every single person that's listed as a distributor in Teamzy to the email address in Teamzy. It will send them a link and say, would you like to give permission to your leader to see your stats on their team report? You can do it in one click. Also, you can share Teamzy to your entire team. You can send them a link to a free trial, your entire team at once by clicking on send free trials. And when you click it, you can do invite my entire team. Click, it does the same thing. It sends a unique link. It would say Eric Johnson's inviting you to try Teamzy for free, and it would send it to your entire downline. Pretty cool, right? Okay. How are we doing? No matter what, I've always got 50 something questions. It's okay though. It's all good. Trish, does Teamzy import our back office team, and does it do those who've dropped off ordering, or do we import? So you can do, so you go to the help center and there's step-by-step instructions on how to do it. You can do a bulk import of the entire thing. It doesn't do it for you automatically though. You have to go to the back office and get your information and then import it into Teamzy. So again, on the help center, you're gonna look for it, how to import my back office, click on Xyngular, and it has the step-by-step instructions to follow, okay? If you get caught up on the instructions, my team is here to help you guys, right? You can email us to help, or you can actually schedule a Zoom. You can schedule a Zoom with someone on my team and they'll walk you through it, okay? How do we edit income goals? Okay, I just showed that a little while ago and what time is it right now? Yeah, I showed that since you asked the question. Can I use Teamzy if I'm running 2 different side gigs? Xyngular and Stellan. You can use one account and just put tags in it. So you can tag, Stellan if you're doing that, tag Xyngular. Stacy, if anyone on here wants to get registered for bootcamp, is it too late? It is too late to do it through the website, but if they message me directly on Facebook, I can get them in still. But they're gonna have to do it with me directly because I have to finagle the system to get them in. Debbie Harris, is it very difficult to import your back office? It's really not that difficult, Debbie, but if you're intimidated by it, please just ask us to help you, okay? And we'll do it for you. Okay. I want to edit my, Carol says, I want to edit my follow-up list. I entered them wrong. If I click follow-up, never will the contact go away. If you click follow-up never, it just removes the follow-up. It doesn't make the contact go away. They're still in Teamzy in the cycle, okay? They're just going to come off the follow-ups list. Does that make sense? There is a cool tool though, Carol, that I'll show you real quick, which allows you to manage that follow-ups list in bulk if you have a bunch of people on there you need to clear. So I'll show you real quick. If you go to your team page and you go to the tools right here, see the tools? Click on that and go to follow-up contacts. There's a tool here where you can go through and click all the contacts you want to clear. You could just click all the ones you want to clear, or you can clear the whole list. Okay, so that's a tool for that specific reason in case somebody kind of falls off. Okay, let's see here. Can I use it on WhatsApp? Okay, so you can talk to people on WhatsApp and then log it in Teamzy. Miriam, can we sync contacts from our cell phone as well? Yes, you could. And again, those instructions are in the Teamzy Help Center. Can you use a list from Excel? Yes, you can. Again, instructions are in the Help Center on how to do that. Marcia, if we were on here before Xyngular joined, how do we get it so it shows the kits? So if you're not, what that's telling me, Marcia, is you're not in the Xyngular version of Teamzy. So send an email to support@teamzy.com and say, I would like to be moved to the Xyngular version of Teamzy, please. And ask them, Marcia, to check on your pricing because it could be you're paying too much because Xyngular has a special rate now. Yes, we saved you some money too. Jamie says, what is the best way to categorize your downlines and customers so you can keep track of which distributor they are under? Right now I have tags of level 2 and the name of who they're under. Just not sure if this is the correct way to do it. I think tags is a good way to do it. You know, at some point you may not want the entire downline in Teamzy. You might just want your first levels and then leaders that are coming up. But yeah, that's a good way to do it, is just to tag them. Ashley says corporate can send you level 1 customers and 1 to 4. Yeah, okay, great. That was for everybody else. So it says corporate can send you level 1 customers and 1 through 4 distributors. Okay. Aaron says, is there an app for Android? So it's not an app, it's a mobile website, app.teamzy.com. So on Android, Aaron, you just go to Chrome and you just go to the Teamzy website and then save it on your desktop. I mean, on your, it's not called desktop, your home screen. Tammy says, can you change the length of time for the different contact time according to the stars? Yes, Tammy, you can customize that under settings. I don't highly recommend that, but you can do it. Dawn says, Eric, is there a way to dump everyone out and start over? I put all my Facebook friends in now, I wish I hadn't. Yeah, so what you can do, Dawn, is you go to, let me show you. And if you don't remember this, Dawn, you can ask for help from my team, no big deal. But go to the team page, okay? And go back to the tools menu and you want to go to import history. Okay, import history. And then you'll see the import for your Facebook and you can delete that and it'll remove like it never happened. All those people will be gone. Okay. We use that. We delete entire imports all the time to clean up people's accounts. You know, we take them out, put them back in, that kind of thing. Okay, anonymous, maybe more of a thought than a question, but I would recommend to ask a person how they would like to be communicated. Would you prefer we chat by text, email, etc.? Yeah, sure. That's a great idea. Is there any future talk of an app that is more mobile friendly? More mobile friendly than our website? Are you serious? Have you used it? It's pretty awesome. We have been working on an app, but it's going to be a little while. Okay, how do we get to that website app? So again, you just go to Teamzy on your phone in Safari or on Chrome. And once you're logged in, then save just save that link to your desktop so you can get in quickly. Okay. Is the app on the Play Store? No, there's no app. It's a website. Ginger, does the Help Center have information for the steps you have been talking about? The Help Center has information on everything, including trainings like this. How do you do a bulk import? Okay, really simple, really easy. So when you're in Teamzy on any page and you click on that Add Contact button, the bulk import is just on the bottom of that. Instead of doing an individual contact, you click bulk and it jumps you to this page and then you choose your file, okay? And you upload it. Cool? Okay. Let's see here. How am I doing? I'm down to 28. Yeah, we're getting there. If someone was a customer and dropped off, do you remember type them as a prospect or a customer? I keep them as a customer for life, Mindy. You must have missed the beginning when I said that. If they're a customer once, they're always a customer. They don't think of themselves as not being a customer. They probably just had some stuff stack up on the shelf and canceled for now. Stay in touch with them. They'll come back all the time. How do we bring people up by the tags that we use? So you just go to your team page, okay, and you'll see a list of your tags. And if you just click on the tag, it brings that list up. If you want to do an additional tag, like if you want 2 tags, you just type it in there and it'll give you 2 tags. app.teamzy.com, Tammy. app.teamzy.com. But if you just go to teamzy.com and then log in, that'll bring you to app.teamzy.com. Okay. On Windows, somebody's telling us how to get the emojis. Hit Windows key plus, it looks like the period. Windows key period to get your emojis on Windows. Cool. Carla, what about the dailies above the power hour? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't talk about that because we didn't have time to go over everything. But the dailies, these are things that we know successful people do on a daily basis. So what I want you to do is just to check them. Hey, did you do some personal development today? Check. Did you use your products today? Are you a product of your product? Check. Did you get some exercise? Great. Did you post on social media? Check. Now, why is that important? Because what happens is, let's say I didn't do this and I didn't do this. Like I want this to kind of be annoying. Like, oh, I really want to check that off because I know it'll help you to do the things that are good for you. Does that make sense? So these are things that, you know, when we're teaching people to do, stay in touch, like there's more things you need. You need to be posting on social media. You need to be working on personal development every day. You need to be using your products. You need to get a little exercise. So if you do those things, you'll be successful. There's a million studies. I have to tell you guys, I've had people all the time say, can you take exercise off? Like we sell makeup, Eric. Can you take exercise off? I'm like, but there's studies show that the people who do some exercise every day are successful. Don't you want to be successful? I mean, the thing is that you don't have to be a bodybuilder to be successful, but you got to keep your energy up. Kelsey says, can you import specific Facebook lists and not your entire friends list? That would take a lot of organizing. You'd have to like create a CSV file and organize it yourself. So I wouldn't recommend that. It's probably easier to import them and then sort it out in Teamzy. Lisa says, can you tag someone with more than one tag? Yes, you can put a million tags on one person. Also, how do you track downlines? And so I would recommend tags, which is great. Okay, great. I missed how you put the Teamzy website onto your home screen. Okay, let me show you this, guys. This is coming up a lot. Let's stop. Let's share this. Okay. I got to share my phone with you. Okay, where are we? Share phone. How many people? We still have a lot of people on here. Okay, that's good. Let's share this phone. Wait, give it a second. Here it comes. So look, here's Teamzy on my phone. Now, this is an iPhone, so it's slightly different than Android. I know most of you use iPhones. Do you guys see in the bottom, this little icon? It's a square with an arrow sticking out of the top. So you click on that and you scroll up and you see where it says add to home screen right there in the middle with the plus inside the square. You click that, okay? And this will create a button on your home screen that brings you directly to Teamzy's login page, our dashboard. Okay, so you add that to your home screen, and then it's like you have an app on your phone. It's right there where you use it. Does that make sense? So you can see right in the center of mine, right next to Amazon Music, you can see the Teamzy dashboard. Now, little note is I tap on that to get into my account, but once I'm working my account, I don't go back. Like if I go send a message, I don't come back to my thing and hit that button again because that would open another window in Safari. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to toggle. I'm going to toggle back to Safari. So if I go to texts, okay, and then I'll come back, I'll just toggle back and forth. Make sense? Okay. So I feel like I messed up my names. Can I delete everyone and start over? Yeah, you absolutely can. There's 2 ways to do it. You can go into imports, like I showed you a little while ago. You go to the tools on the team page and go to import history and delete all your imports. Or you can send a message to support@teamzy.com and say, please wipe my data, and they'll erase your whole account. You can start over. Can I delete a duplicate contact? Yep, there's a little trash can next to their name. You click on it and delete them. You could also merge them. You can merge them together if you want. There's a merge tool. Again, on that tools menu on the team page, there's a merge tool. Go to team, tools, and merge contacts. So if you want to merge contacts, you search for the contact and then duplicate, and then you can merge them. But you can also, it's so easy to delete somebody. I mean, you just click the little trash can next to their name if you want to just delete it. It's up to you. Okay, how do you add upline? You just add them, and then you can tag them as upline. Look, for example, I don't want to delete him. If this person was an upline, I would just put distributor upline. Okay. Now I would keep my upline in Teamzy if I wanted to regularly connect with them. Teamzy is a great way to build relationships. You should have people in here that are sideline, that are your friends that you want to have a good relationship with, because you'll get reminded to connect with them. Can you show us how to add Teamzy right to our phone again? Okay, I think I just did that. Emojis, yep, there we go. Is it possible to import all contacts from Facebook at once? Yes, it is. It's possible, and that's my favorite thing about Teamzy. Oh my gosh, it was a game changer for me, being able to put them in. There's instructions in the Teamzy Help Center on how to do it. Command Control space bar for emojis. Okay, great. That's on Dell, it says. If I go back and sync my Facebook friends, but have been individually adding them up till now, will the contact be duplicated? The contact will not be duplicated, Casey, if the name is the same. So if that name is already in Teamzy and you import your Facebook list, it's going to ignore the people that are already in Teamzy. That's why I want you to put your distributors in first, then your team, then your Facebook friends, because probably your Facebook friends are those people. You don't want to duplicate them. So you get them in first as team and customers, and then when Facebook comes in, it ignores them. They're already there. Okay, how are we doing here? We're getting near the end. Rhonda says, so if you import all your contacts at once, how would you delete ones that are your friends already on Xyngular? So I just answered that. So you do your distributors first from the back office, then you do your customers from back office. Then when you bring in your Facebook friends, it'll ignore all those people. Okay, Bethany, if we have an event we'd like to invite people is that done outside of our power hour? It's outside of what I showed you, but I mean, you'll probably fit it in the power hour. Once you've been doing this, Bethany, for a little while, it's not going to take you an hour to do what I showed you. Okay. All right. Tracy, I have 2 side gigs with 2 different companies. Oh, I think I already answered that one for you. Great. Under follow-ups, do you log a connect and it gets counted as a follow-up? So a follow-up is a type of connect, yes. So it still logs a connect when you do a follow-up. So you want to do your follow-ups after you've done all your outgoing proactive connecting, okay? And you log it as a connect. And again, Ashley, remember to set a new follow-up so that they stay on your list. When it comes to your connecting, do you suggest wall interactions or messages? Okay, so a wall interaction is a great way to connect with somebody, but it doesn't count in Teamzy as a connect. This comes up all the time, and people are like, please just let us log a wall comment in Teamzy. And here's the thing, guys, it's not a direct message with somebody. It doesn't have the same power. Now, you should be doing that. You should be liking people's posts and commenting on people's posts. But if you want to connect with somebody, you got to send them a private message. Okay, so that's it. Okay, I just signed up for a year. Will my download from Facebook be lost? No. Oh no, whatever you put in during your free trial is still there. It's still in your account, okay? Nothing's lost, it's still there. Even if it lapsed for a little while, when you set up your subscription, you're gonna log right back in and everything's there, kept for you, okay? And welcome, by the way, to the family. Terry says, in the beginning, I put in the follow-ups wrong. Can I change them without going through? Yep, and Terry, I just showed that a few minutes ago, the tool. So again, you're gonna go to your team page where I am now, go to tools and click on follow-up contacts, and there's a thing to clear them. You can clear all of them at once, remove all follow-ups, boom, and it would just wipe it out. Okay. Yeah, we don't want you to be overwhelmed. We want you to just get to work each day. Anonymous, when importing our back office, we uploaded it a month ago and we want to upload it again, will it duplicate? No, it won't duplicate. It'll just add the new people. Jamie, for importing our back offices, if you are a director and above, you can get with your elite rep and they can get you a CSV. Yeah. Which is cool because you probably need it. You guys probably have a lot of data. Angie, which message mode is best to grab prospects? Facebook, text, etc. Which one soars? My opinion is Facebook Messenger is the best. Now, it just depends on your demographic, right? Because not everyone's on Facebook. If you have more of an Instagram heavy group, then direct message them on Instagram. But Facebook and Instagram messages are going to get you the best response rate. Text messages are great too. That would be the next best thing, would be a text message. And, you know, it just really depends on the person. Somebody earlier said, check with your people and ask. But here's what I love about Facebook Messenger is if you're active on Facebook and you're posting about, you know, what's going on in your life and your Xyngular lifestyle and everything, people are very likely when they get your message to go straight to your profile and kind of creep on it a little bit first, which is great because now you're kind of they're getting to know you and what you're doing kind of from afar. It makes it easier to talk to them. Okay. The other thing is when you Facebook message with somebody, everyone's always trying to beat the Facebook algorithm. When you're having connections with people on Facebook Messenger, you're put at the top of their algorithm. They'll see all your posts. Angela says, not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I seem to see the same prospects over and over again when I know I have tons of other prospects. Am I just not going through the fives fast enough? You might have too many fives. You might have too many fives, Angela. After spending 15 years in the consulting industry and having networked with, you know, 3,000 people, all of whom would invite me over to dinner, I probably had 15 five-star people. Okay. So you're not, you don't have that many five-star people. To connect with somebody every 30 days is kind of weird unless you're really close. So if you're coming up and you're like, it's too soon, you should put them down to 4. That's all. Okay. And again, most of your list will be 3 stars, and that's normal. Oh, we're almost to the end. Anonymous says, when you have imported your Facebook friends list, but then you have added, when you've imported your Facebook friends list, but then you add notes, connects, etc. If you delete that import, does that person stay? No. If you delete the import, it's all gone. Everything you ever did with that person is gone forever. That's a good question. You need to know that before you go deleting them. How can I clear my follow-ups list? I just showed that. It's on the screen right now, Kelly. You go to the team page, tools, and then follow-up contacts. Okay. Ashley, would you recommend a new distributor with no customers or distributors to get started with Teamzy? Absolutely. This is the best way to start a new person. Are you kidding me? This is the best way. What would they do with their customer and distributor columns? They would just add it to prospects. So if the goal was, you know, in my case was 150,000, I would be doing 19 prospects a day, 0 customers, 0 distributors. This is absolutely the best way to start a brand new person, for sure. Because they've got a system to follow, a way to start investing in relationships and building up that base. Yeah, I think, you know, for sure, every new person should be doing this. Whitney, by the time I pulled app.teamzy.com on my phone, I missed how you said to add it to my dashboard screen as a button. Okay, so when you're on the dashboard, just kind of touch the middle of the screen and you'll see on the bottom a little menu bar opens, and in the center is a square with an arrow sticking out of it. You click that. It's like the share icon. When you click that, you scroll down and you'll see add to home screen. Can 2 accounts be merged? No. There's no way to do that. We have so many security protocols on your data. There's no way to merge 2 accounts data. There's no way to do it on purpose or on accident. The last thing we would ever want, think about it, Rhonda, last thing we would ever want is for your data to end up in someone else's account, right? There's no possible way to do that. Okay. What you can do, if you've opened 2 accounts and they're both yours, there is a way to export your data from one onto like a file, and then you could take that file and go put it in the other one, but there's no way for us to merge your accounts. How often do you import your friends list from Facebook? Okay, so the best case scenario, Sissy, is you import it once, and then every day as you're adding new friends, you add them to Teamzy manually. Like, boom, I got a new friend, add contact. Now you're incentivized to do this because on the Teamzy dashboard, you've got a goal, let's say, to add 3 people a day. You're not getting that circle if you're not doing it. But if you do fall behind and you've put a bunch of people on to Facebook, you can every once in a while just do it. Just bring them in, okay? Every once in a while, just bring in your Facebook imports, okay? I would, you know, I typically gain about I don't know, I probably add 5 or 6 friends every single day. So it would be easy to fall behind a little bit. So every once in a while, if you want to do that import, it's no big deal. And something else that's cool, that's the last question. Yes, don't add any more. Not going to look at it again. One thing that's cool is on the team page, there is a recent ads list. So let's say you added a bunch of new Facebook friends. You could go to recent ads and you can see who was added recently so that you could connect with those people first, you know, so that they don't wait 3 months if they're new. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. I haven't looked at the chat. That's also really long. I'll read it afterwards. I just want to say this. Thank you guys for staying with me, hanging so long. Hopefully it was really helpful to you. I told you I would answer all the questions, and I think I got them. Thank you for being here. I'm so honored to be part of your family, and I want to welcome you to our Teamzy family too. God bless you guys. Have a good night.